Cat-cow is an exercise that strengthens the latissimus dorsi, which uses the primary movement of flexion and extension. Start with hands placed flat on the mat, shoulder width apart, and the legs bent at 90 degrees. First, arch back upwards as far as possible and drop chin down to chest. Hold this position for about 2 seconds, then drop torso towards the floor and stick gluteus maximus out while lifting chin towards the sky. Repeat this exercise 20 times.
Child's pose strengthens the internal oblique muscles by using lateral flexion. First, go on all fours and lean back so that your hips are stacked on top of your thighs with your palms down and arms fully extended. Then move your arms to the right, keeping them extended and your palms down. Repeat on the left side, holding each side for 20 seconds.
Knee hugs strengthen the body's hamstrings, including the bicep femoris, semitendinosus, and gracilis. These muscles use flexion and extension. For this exercise, start by laying flat on your back and bring both your knees up to your chest while maintaining a 90-degree angle at the knees. Then release one knee and grab onto other with both hands. Pull knee up to chest while extending opposite leg. Remember to keep off of the ground. Switch legs and repeat 10 reps on each side.
Bird dog strengthens the rectus abdominis using flexion and extension as the primary movements. Start by going back on all fours and lifting your right arm and extending it forward. At the same time, lift the left leg up and extend backwards. Hold for about 2 seconds while balancing and keeping a flat back. Repeat exercise with opposite limbs for 20 times total.
Plank with leg raise strengthens the gluteus maximus by using flexion and extension. Start by entering the plank pose with the shoulders over the arms and the legs extended out. The back must be flat. Then lift one leg at a time while keeping the leg straight. Repeat this exercise about 10 times on each side.
Glute bridges strengthen the gluteus maximus by using flexion and extension. First, lay flat on your back with your legs curled at an angle so only the heel is on the ground. Place your hands flat on the ground beside you. Then raise your hips until they are lined up with your knees and come back down. Repeat this exercise 15 times.
Crunches with your legs raised at a 90-degree angle strengthens your rectus abdominis by using flexion and extension. First, lay flat on your back with your feet on the ground and your knees bent. Then, raise your legs so that you can create a 90-degree angle at the knee. Next, cross your arms across your chest, making an X. Then lift your chest towards the sky while keeping your legs off the ground and holding the 90-degree angle. Lower your back onto the ground again. Repeat 15 times.
Bicycle kicks on the back strengthen the latissimus dorsi by using flexion and extension. Start by laying flat on your back and then raise your knees until they are lined up with your hips at a 90-degree angle. Keep your feet raised throughout the exercise in order to maintain this angle. Cross the arms behind the head and then bring one knee towards its opposite arm. Repeat this exercise 10 times for each leg.
This side plank strengthens your external oblique muscles by using flexion and extension. First, lay flat on your left side, stacking your legs and feet on top of each other. Then lean up on your lower arm with your palm flat on the ground. Lift your hips towards the sky and hold for 15 seconds while maintaining your balance. Repeat on the other side for 15 seconds.
Leg lifts on your back strengthens your rectus abdominis using flexion and extension. Start by laying flat on your back with your legs straight out in front of you. Then lift both legs off the ground, making sure they remain straight and together. Lower your legs back towards the ground without touching it. Repeat lifting and lowering your legs 10 times total.